everybody. Welcome back to Rut Reacts. I'm S.A. Baz Collins here once again with my intrepid co-host.
Hey, this is Albert Mafflet.
So, when we left off with Heated Rivalry, we finally made it to episode 3, and you and I got what we had been looking for, a real story
Oh my God.
with real human beings.
It's so true.
Yeah. So, from what I gather, now I've not watched any reactions on this. I've only watched other reactors up to the point where we stopped. So I've not watched anything beyond that because I wanted to experience this with you. So from what I've gathered, this is kind of going back to Rose and Ilya and Shane, but it's like more personal drama in that they both think they need to play it straight or some shit. That's all I know. That's all I've heard.
Okay.
So I think we'll just dive in and see what they do with it. All right.
Okay. Let's go.
Here we go.
Previously on Heated Rivalry.
Why the fuck do you think it's okay to sex me before the game?
Wow, this Montreal girl works you up, brother.
Okay. I have hopes now. Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see.
There will be something else.
I think the other part of it is we don't know where his parents are on this whole topic.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? We've gotten Ilya's father. We know where that is. But we don't have much on Shane.
I know. I don't know anything about him. Like, that's one of the problems. It's like, what?
Tell me.
Also, like, yeah, because Shane does not exist outside of Ilya's circle, so we don't know if he met anyone else. It's been like 3 years or something since they met.
we know at least about Ilya with Sergey, and then with Svetlana. You know, we know that.
Right. But here it's like, well,
I guess part of it is the Russians seem more exotic to Westerners, so maybe that's why we know more. But he's Asian. Hello.
I don't know. Let's say was more fun.
Is that after?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, because the winter were during March.
Right.
March.
Okay, now it's summer. So we'll just keep jumping, I guess. These guys are going to be 50 by the time they do anything.
He's back in Russia.
Okay. Cool. What does it say there? Orange cream?
Okay. Is it just me, or are his nipples crooked?
Oh my God, I don't know. Oh my God, I think you're right. I think it's just the shirt.
It's the weirdest thing to know right now, but they back up and I'm like,
what the? Maybe he was standing a little upside down.
I guess.
Yeah, great. Okay. So far it's more of the same.
And now this time, their team won the Stanley Cup.
Oh.
Last time it was Ilya's team.
Okay.
So they're both captains. Okay.
It's a year later, Baz. It's another year. Another year has passed and nothing has happened.
And they're still in the same outfits.
Oh, for God's sake. Jesus H, bro. Yes, okay, they work out. Great.
They're going to finally get together when they're 65.
That's what I was saying. It's just like, what the... Yeah, he's fooling around. He's reading the same book as a year ago. Literally, doesn't Shane know anyone else in the world? Anyone? Come on.
They're still crooked. I think he just stands on an odd angle, you know.
Okay. Sure.
You know, we're back to what we complained about the first season. Anytime you get to the two main characters. Hi, Editing Baz here. Hey, I just wanted to make a comment here that when we have like subtitles in and it's from another language that the person is speaking, Could the subtitle people like bother to investigate what it is they're really saying? Ilya doesn't say blah here. He says blat, which is fuck in Russian. Can we just get the multiple language thing down on this stuff? Because it drives me nuts every time I see it. And I know what he's saying and it's not being translated properly. All right. Of Ilya and Shane, it's just hop, skip, hop, skip, hop, skip. And then
Yeah.
just, you know,
Mhm.
whereas with Kip and Scott, we had a through line. It went
Yeah.
over time, but it wasn't like big leaps, you know?
Yeah. And I have a big issue. Look, it's another year later. It's been 2 years of their lives. Nothing has happened except that they fuck sometimes and they work out. And somebody wins, and then the other year somebody else wins. And they keep sexting. Okay, great. So is it going to be 45 minutes of this?
I don't know. We've
It's like
at least spent 7 minutes on this.
For a montage, it's like, yes, okay, we get it. They work out. Oh, okay, a little bit of character development. The father is worsening. He has dementia or something, right? Or like Alzheimer's or whatever. Oh, look, Shane has a family. I wouldn't have believed it. Okay, but we were shown them.
This is like one huge music video.
Yep. Okay, yeah, he's fucking around with a lot of girls. Okay, great. Oh no, he turned her down, even though she was really pretty. Oh no. Another commercial. Okay, great. Okay, we're back to nothing. It's been how long since they met? Like 7 years or whatever.
Yeah, 2009.
It's like what? Oh, great! Now it's October. Okay.
She's what? Pregnant? Jack is pregnant. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Hayden, what great news. Hayden, I'm so happy for you.
Jessica.
Jessica.
He had an ex? When?
Hit that.
Oh, sorry, Virgin Mary.
Oh.
Okay, dude, you need to learn how to hold a baby.
The head. That's the first thing I thought, but anyway.
It's like...
Yep.
So, Jack, mommy yoga or something? I don't know, maybe it's just fucking hot. And she's funny.
Swear jar 2 times.
Oh, fuck.
3.
What?
Okay, come on, man. Why not? Can I just show you your Insta?
I kind of have my hands full at the moment.
Could you hold his baby for him, please, so we can get a picture?
Hold his baby. Hey, first of all, 4
times.
And second, oh wait, do I have other kids? Oh,
Wait, really?
the one.
You can't say stuff like that to her.
It's true. And vasectomy.
Way too late.
That seems like a
Seriously.
good idea. Yes.
Fortress of Solitude.
What?
Quebec is a house he had built on a private lake.
Я готова. Ну, может, ты решил, чтобы мы остались, чтобы смотреть неважно что?
Извини, это такая скука, что я чуть не впал в кому.
Really? I mean,
Действительно красавчик, да?
how can she not know? Like, Ilya is obsessed with Shane, and she's been with him for much longer than he.
Ревнуешь?
То есть ничего серьезного?
Неа.
Даже не с Джейн?
There we go. Come on, she's not stupid. She knows it's a guy.
Я думала, может быть, это что-то серьезное или что-то типа того. Нет.
Sasha, not Sergei, Sasha.
Okay.
Which I've always liked. As Russian names go, I've always liked Sasha. It's one of my favorites.
Heading out for a bit. Cool. To meet a friend.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, why the report?
Yeah.
Not like that. It's just a friend.
Well, yeah, okay, sure.
It's just a buddy?
What?
Yeah, chill out, man. I know you text some girl named Lily.
I don't.
Okay, go get laid, weirdo. Or don't. I don't care. Actually, I
Yeah.
you always play better after.
Go fuck yourself.
Oh, I plan to. Probably more than once. Love a hotel room.
Angles.
Yep. That's a weird cross.
Okay, why was he standing on the other side of the room until Ilya went like this? Go stand over there.
That's, yeah.
Stay.
Good night.
Oh, he's opening up emotionally after 7 years. Wow. Slightly.
Tomorrow, so no morning practice.
Is it the first time they kiss?
No, they have before.
Okay.
They did it the very first time they met before
Oh, yeah.
he,
Oh, well, yeah, yeah.
I think what he meant by the last time when he texted saying we didn't kiss was that one time. It seemed very, very unusual in the way it played out.
Yeah.
Okay. I know I love all these things when they pose them and stuff, but come on, have you done that with your boyfriend and then found your arm going to sleep? You're like, get off me.
It needs to, I mean, there's a way to lay your arm like that so it doesn't go asleep. And it, yeah.
But
You
they
need
just
good pillow
build it up
placement.
in Hollywood. It's like
I
all the
know.
romantic poses. It's
No.
like, okay, but in real life?
No. I guess maybe when you're both already asleep and you can kind of negotiate, but no, yeah. Yeah. I know. It looks cute though, but
Yeah, right after the game, Tampa, then Sun.
You know this guy, Ryan Price?
Yeah, from playing against him and not wanting to fight him. You did a season with him, right?
He is not what you would think.
How so?
Like, he's quiet, doesn't talk, keeps to himself. Buffalo is terrible.
Yeah, and their team sucks too.
And people say you're not funny.
They do?
who says I'm not funny? I don't
Boring too.
Who says that?
Me.
know. Okay.
What's your favorite city to play in? On the road? Because it's my hometown.
This conversation is very boring.
I have a team again.
Really?
What? Are those boring answers?
Yes. This conversation is awful.
Places too.
LA is up.
Oh my God.
Yeah, sure. I mean, there are hot women everywhere.
What?
There is a girl I like here very much. Svetlana.
Oh?
She's old friend from Russia. Her father was famous goaltender of Soviet team.
Cool.
And she likes you very much.
Oh,
Threesome? Question mark?
that's nice. You think she's the only woman in Boston who'd sleep with you?
I think I will find someone else.
Why is he acting all disappointed and angry? Like these guys are not like they just meet up every now and then. Oh my God.
Sad of you at all?
Yeah, we don't know you guys. Wait, really?
Heard about you with girls.
Exactly.
I mean, it's private.
Right.
I keep a lot of things private. Obviously.
I like girls,
Yeah, no shit.
but I also like you.
Lucky me.
Not this person, of course.
Of course not.
Oh, thank you. Wow, what a nice thing to say. I like you, but not as a person. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think that. I think
It's
that's the
all-
most hurtful thing. That's like Jesus Christ.
It's like
Can you
literally backhanded.
Oh, God Almighty. Why is he still there putting up with that? I mean, he could find someone else.
Papa, хорошо. Успокойся.
Come on. This guy's rich and they don't have a nurse watching after his father?
Я позвоню Алексею.
Well, I mean, he could be sending the money to Alexei to have that done, and then Alexei's just pocketing the money. That's typical of Russians.
Okay.
See, I pay you to be the winner. See?
Ooh. Right on. Okay.
How's your father?
Ooh.
I speak Russian now.
I know the word for father.
Okay. Well, okay. Well, whatever.
I am curious of how much Russians get to see this when they watch it on VPN, because it's a hit in Russia.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, right here, we're hearing Albert express his vehemence for what's going on. And being in a long-term monogamous relationship, as I know he and I are in with our prospective partners, it just really, this is where the suspension of disbelief really gets to Albert and I, because what we're really iterating here is that Ilya is the character is being written in a way that doesn't really ring true, even for a Russian man under this kind of duress. It doesn't give him permission to be that pointedly cruel to Shane when it is clear Shane does not process a lot of these responses from Ilya. I don't think Ilya is this stupid, this emotively stupid. Russian men are repressed. They're not dumb. And I think that's what this supposes in this situation, that Ilya thinks he can throw things out, like, oh yeah, not you, you're not, you're not worthy, kind of thing. And I think this is what's rubbing Albert the wrong way. And I really see his point here. Also, you have to understand, this is like 8 or 9 years down the road in their relationship. Really, we're still here. We're still here. This is where the suspension of disbelief really flies out the window. And for all y'all who want to come for us with saying, oh, well, this is romance. No, this is not, it's not even remotely close to real life. And it's not even a fantasized version of real life. This is just straight up stupid writing. Okay. And this book is not above its criticisms, not above its criticisms. No work really is. Okay. So let's get back to the review.
Well,
but they have to watch it over VPN from some other
yeah.
country.
So they don't. Yeah. It'll be interesting to get a Russian perspective on this, but there's not a lot to say because there's no plot. It's just these guys fuck, and their relationship hasn't moved forward in 7 years.
Yeah,
there's nothing else. This guy just got told
he's a male version of Svetlana. Really?
Yeah. And apparently Shane is fine with that and being told he is not liked as a person. Great. Good for you, Shane.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I should go. I should.
Okay. Bye.
I shouldn't stay. I can't.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you for the tuna melt.
7 years later?
I'm sorry.
Okay. Bye. Could we maybe get a little bit of an explanation? Maybe he's just fed up. Maybe he's finally realizing he wants something more in life than a superficial relationship. That's not really a relationship.
Have you decided about Wimbledon? Rolex really won.
Oof.
I like your deal with Rolex.
I do.
Well, you certainly love the money, and they're great seats. I mean, they're next to a prince, or no, actually, a Swedish princess.
But right now, Mom, all my time is scheduled.
No, I just meant...
I get like 2 weeks off a year. I don't want to spend it next to someone I don't know. Trying to make conversation about what? Swedish politics?
Okay.
Can I get anyone a
Ooh. Testy.
please? 3 glasses?
I'll have a ginger ale, please.
Oh, we don't have that. Sparkling water? Shane.
Whoa. Why is he speaking to his mother like that? Jesus.
Is everything all right?
Why, because I don't want wine?
Well, you just seem tense.
I'm fine. You're the tennis fan, Dad.
They're not going to send us the tickets, honey. It's you they want. We're just the parents. You're the main attraction.
Well, then I'll just lie, tell them I'm coming. They won't kick you out, and you can just tell them I'm sick or something.
Honey, I don't want you to lie. That's not who you are.
Yeah, that literally is who he is for the last 6 years.
Okay.
Has he lied to them though? They haven't even talked about his relationship.
It's lie by omission.
Let's think about London.
But has he though? We don't know him. This is the first time he's talked to his parents in like 7 years from our perspective.
Well, yeah, but if his mother's hinting at a Swedish princess.
Kinda. Oh my God, this is just as awful as it was the first couple episodes. I cannot believe this. You know what it feels like? It feels like I'm reading some. Okay, well, never mind.
No, I wanted you to finish that.
No. Oh God.
My buddy Francois the chef, you remember him?
Wow, is Shane finally going to have social interaction that does not involve Ilya? Wow.
Okay, guys, this one never.
Do you have any ginger ale?
I mean, I do, but...
Actually, just a beer, please. Whatever you have on tap.
Shane Hollander? Yeah, whatever he wants here.
Okay, this one I do have kind of a weird stance on. Both Albert and I had a discussion about it after the recording, and here it's kind of, we don't know if the bartender's hitting on Shane in the bar, or if it's more of a fanboy fanning out that such a high level athlete is in his bar and he's just being very accommodating, almost to the point of glazing the guy. But here's where I think it's interesting. We're not the only ones who came up with this issue here. There is quite a few reactions where they're all questioning whether or not the bartender's hitting on Shane in this part. And I don't know, it's kind of a weird moment. I think they could have made it a bit more clear. It's just a little too ambiguous here. It does throw not just Albert and I, but it threw several other reactors that I've watched who also had the same question. Is this guy coming on to Shane? What's going on here? All right, back to the review.
Okay, yeah.
You keep it then.
It's an honor.
Cool crowd, huh?
Kidding? A bunch of famous actors are here tonight. Rose Landry's here, man.
She is?
Yeah.
I might be needing another one of these.
Have a fry, Shane Hollander. Detroit's not gonna go easy on you tomorrow night.
Okay.
And 4 movies, including the one in.
Okay.
Fuck you. If they find out I told you.
Okay, sure. Wait, is she like a famous actress? Like,
yeah,
in real life?
She's the one that he said Rose Landry's here. That's Rose.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so she's playing herself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hollander, 8 years old.
No, I mean she's an actress for the show.
Okay, yeah.
She's
okay,
not playing herself. Yeah.
Okay. I see. No, yeah, then I got it.
Yeah, I got it confused. I understand now.
The scouting and crazy stuff can start for another couple years, so probably just having fun.
Ooh, insightful questions from someone.
I love it, but it got more intense, so I guess I kind of got more intense too, if that makes sense.
Well, he wants to do something that gets him separated from Ilya.
Yep.
This is all a ploy. He thinks, oh, this could be different. This could be something good for me. But what he's not realizing is he's using it to sublimate his withdrawal from Ilya. Okay, this one is a bit nuanced because we have, and it took me a while. I had to go research it after watching the episode, after making the comments I'm going to say right here in this reaction. But it turns out this is a trans actor playing a trans role, acknowledging or paying homage to a trans athlete who is currently in the NHL. So kudos for that. Glad for the representation. However, this takes a queer person out of the narrative a bit because there is a hierarchy of what is acceptable from the queer world into the straight sports world. And we all know where trans people hit in that hierarchy. And so while I laud them for the inclusion, I also have to dock them heavily because it seems to me that being gay would be a more accepting situation than a trans athlete being involved in a men's sport. I'm acknowledging that we should accept it, but my point is this in the hierarchy of controversy does take you out of the gotcha factor if Ilya and Shane and Hunter are found out. Do you see what I'm getting at here? That's what we're commenting on.
They got pictures of them?
Rose fucking Landry?
You don't sound like you bang any woman. That was the gayest fucking voice I've ever heard. Oh, he's banging Rose Landry? Girl, you are too deep in that gossip train.
Ouch, what a burn. Oh my God. Okay. Wow. Ooh. All right. Okay.
Information yet from Rose Landry's camp, but the star seems quite happy to let tongues wag about her new love, as long as he doesn't spoil anything about the highly anticipated X Squad sequel.
Movie stars and athletes seem to have a hard time resisting each other these days, don't they?
Well, it's hard to blame either one. They are definitely one hot couple.
They are fine.
Hey, I was watching that.
Oh, that!
Good Rose.
Stop my talk.
Great. So now he has a relationship. That is good for him. She seems nice. Wait, what? He's already in a relationship with someone else. He's still checking. Oh, God almighty. Okay, great.
In a listless effort, the visiting Boston Raiders managed 4 shots on goal in the third period.
If you can call 1-0 a victory, and I guess Montreal will take what they can get tonight. But where on the ice was Shane Hollander?
I need to get laid. Let's go out.
Where?
We're in Montreal. We find a fucking club.
Tell people! On it.
Okay, sure.
I thought he was going to throw his legs up high and say, have at it.
Jesus. Yeah.
Queen. Sorry, I'm not buying him. I mean, well, I am, but if, you know. You know how this is going to play out. This is formulaic because Rose is going to be there, and so is Shane.
Oh. So now I know one more thing about Shane, that he's not that good of a person if he's just playing with her.
Did you watch the game too? Yeah, I watched a few clips on yours.
Okay, I want to dance.
I don't know, I'm beat.
Have a champagne.
Oh my God. Really?
He didn't see Ilya, but what he saw with other hockey players, and he knew that Ilya's probably there.
Okay, that other guy just invited himself.
And now he sees him.
Great. Yeah. Oh yeah, sure. Uh-huh. What?
Shane, never let him see you sweat. Turn and walk away.
I think we've had 6 minutes of this song.
Yeah.
First with that.
So
I think
there's
that duo was Russian, wasn't it? Like those two girls.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now again. Oh, for fuck's sake. What is all the drama? They don't have a relationship. They've just been seeing each other on and off for like once a year or twice a year for who knows how, like how long. This is just like if they've been going out or something.
And the thing is, to me, well, not slightly, this is misogynistic. The women are
Oh my God, yeah.
inconsequential.
Yeah. Like the actress is right there.
And this is like 3/4 music video.
Just this was horrible. Absolutely. Okay, so I'm gonna say it. I felt like I was reading cheap erotica. That's the thing that I felt I was reading. I'm sorry if people like this thing, but it's just not good. There were 2 good episodes in this thing, but this entire thing was like a 15-minute montage of them fucking and working out, then a 7-minute music video at the end with all the things she said, like that's gonna be in my mind for like the next 20 years. So it's like, what? Did we get to know Shane a little better? No. I mean, we know that he has very low self-esteem probably, and he's a horrible person because he's cheating on, like, emotionally cheating on his new girlfriend, whom he's just using to get back at Ilya, even though they don't even have a thing.
No, I'm right there with you. Okay, this one is Albert. During these reactions, typically I've seen the work that we're reacting to. So during the reactions, I tend to let Albert do most of the talking, and then I'll comment mostly on the pre and post discussion. Sometimes I chime in the middle of it, but I try to really let Albert do the talking, because really this whole project is exposing him for the first time to these media things that we try to cover. So in this case, I just want to point out that Albert does live in Mexico. That is his place of birth. That's where he came up. That's where he discovered his own sexuality. So his points of view on healthy relationships may be universal to most people, but they could also have social implications that come from being in the dominant culture within Mexico. So just realize and give him his due that sometimes he may make comments that might even surprise me, but I have to acknowledge that his experience as a gay Latino man, as much as I am, although I am north of the border and he is south of the border in Mexico, we have different experiences. So I think that Albert tends to be a bit more black and white, not so much gray when it comes to perceived healthy relationships. So that's why he may be commenting the way that he is. So I just wanted to insert that in here. Yeah. And I think here's the other thing too. You and I are both in relationships. Okay.
Yes.
So we know what we went through to become partnered, and we know what being in a relationship entails. Okay.
Yes.
We know that you're there for the good times and the bad times. There's the problem I have with this whole Ilya and Shane thing. Neither one of them's going to be there for each other if something bad happens.
No, absolutely not.
You know what I mean? I mean, that's where I am with it. Yet with Kip and Scott, I totally believe that's going to have a good outcome in the end. I totally think that Scott is not going to put up with Kip being out of his life. I don't see it happening. You know what I mean? Because he went to the bar when Kip had his little birthday party.
Yes.
So he almost made it through the door. And so I have hope for that, and that I can see lasting long term.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, when we talk about the situation between Ilya and Shane and Scott and Kip, and while we're dividing the health factor of their prospective relationships, I make a comment that both Albert and I are in long-term relationships. We're both in monogamous relationships, which is currently not the norm within gay situations, okay, or gay relationships. So what we're addressing is, we know of the work that has to go into it. I'm now approaching my 32nd year with my husband, whom I'm around because of health reasons. We're around each other 7/24, and you would think that would be tremendously hard on our relationship. It's actually strengthened our relationship, and we're not in a codependency kind of situation. We genuinely love being around one another, and that's what I find lacking in Shane and Ilya. The way that it's demonstrated, the way that it's brought across, they never address Shane's mental situation, his autistic spectrum, neurodivergency. They never address it. His parents have to be the most clueless fucking people on the planet, that it's never addressed, never talked about, never dealt with, never even remotely mentioned throughout the entire, movement of the show. But then you have, Ilya, who's going through his own turmoil, his own cultural repression, and it's never really dealt with either. And even when he has someone as endearing and as supportive as Svetlana, he completely wastes that relationship. And in fact, from what I've found out from one of the other reaction channels who talks about the books and spoils it all.
We've moved on from that now. They've both decided to be together, and they've openly said that they love each other. So the turmoil in this book is kind of the push and pull of their relationship between, can we keep this a secret? Basically, that's what this whole book is about. Can they continue to be in a relationship and keep this thing a secret? So in this scene, we sort of get a bit of insight into Ilya's mind, where he's starting to feel really frustrated with the fact that he can't be open about he's with Shane. He's at this club. He wants to kiss Shane. He wants to touch Shane. He wants to be with Shane. And he knows that he can't do it in this setting. Shane himself is also a little bit frustrated by not being able to do this, but at the same time, Shane is the main driver of keeping this a secret. We start to get like a little bit of insight into the fact of how nervous Shane is about this coming out, and sort of how much Shane cares about his hockey career and how much he doesn't want to do anything to jeopardize that. On the other side of things, Ilya seems a little bit more relaxed about it all. Ilya obviously still cares a lot about hockey. He's just far less intense than Shane about it. So after that, the hockey season begins, and Shane and Ilya are back on the road again, and they start doing lots of FaceTime, SEX, and going back to the old routine of their relationship of sort of how it used to be. I will say a little bit on the SEX in this book. I'm not going to talk too much about it in the review, but I want you guys to know that pretty much every 4 to 5 pages, there's an SEX.
Okay, I need you to pay attention to this part right here. This is what he's talking about. This is what I call the magic dick syndrome. This is what often affects how these stories are told and how they miss the fucking mark. This part right here.
Like, I reckon of the 400 pages of this book, maybe 200 are like an SEX scene. There is no shortage of all the naughty stuff. So I'm like, oh my God, season 2 is just going to be... What is the online slang? It's like pay gone. Yeah, I think it's pay gone. Season 2 is literally just going to be straight up pay gone. So there's lots and lots and lots of SEX scenes, which sometimes, I got to be honest, in terms of reviewing the book, sometimes it's a little bit frustrating how often they do it. And the reason I say that is because you sort of get to a moment in the narrative where they're almost about to have a serious conversation, or they're almost about to say something meaningful. And then they just start doing it, mate. And then you just got to read like 10 pages of them doing it. And then by the time they're done doing it, they just fall asleep.
And, I'm not one to worry about spoilers. I don't really care about learning about spoilers, because for me, I still study the journey to how they got there. So that's important for me. For me, creation is the fun part. The building of a story, the writing of a story, the building of the world, the building of the characters, the writing, the dialogue, all that stuff. That's the fun part for me. What happens, how it falls, how the cards, fall and display as they are, that is irrelevant to me. That's icing on the cake. I am more concerned with baking the cake when it comes to storytelling. I like story craft. That's what entertains me, what gets me going from a creation standpoint. It's not the published volume, it's not the adaptation for the screen. None of all that is icing. So for me, I don't mind when people tell me spoilers, because I have no problem with knowing spoilers, because then I just go, oh, okay, I need to keep an eye out for this because I want to see how it's constructed, So I'm like that. The only reason I ask people not to comment and say, don't put spoilers out is because I don't know Albert's full perspective on this. I've never really pinged him on it, but I tend to think he likes being surprised by what's being revealed. He also feels, as I do, if it's something we've never watched, we're going to give you a raw opinion from a structural standpoint, because we're both writers. We're both published writers, and we know what editors look for. We know what acquisition editors look for. So we have all of that in our tool case. So what I kind of want to express here is that when we're comparing Scott and Kip with Shane and Ilya, Scott and Kip have the healthier relationship, even though Scott is struggling with the coming out part of it. And again, I have my thoughts on all of that stuff too, which I will get to in my video essay about this show. But it's still a situation where they communicate far more than Shane and Ilya do. And we never really address either Ilya's oncoming isolation from his Russianness, which becomes a factor in the long game. I know of what happens there. And I also know that they don't resolve things very quickly, even though Ilya ends up going to therapy over his Russian isolationism away from the culture and away from people who are Russian like him. And so he goes through it and he's already seeing a therapist, but we never hear about Shane doing it. We never hear that Shane gets his neurodivergency addressed or has it monitored there are all kinds of therapies out there. I've done the work, I've done the research, I've discussed it with my husband. So, these things do exist. This is a thing when you have family members who have this. Okay. So the fact that it's never really addressed fully, at least from what I've heard from people who have talked about the entire series as a whole, is really astounding to me. It's like, this is one of my complaints about romance, romance. They never get it fucking right. And that's the part that really irritates me. There are just big plot holes and big total magic dick moments that's supposed to fuck the pain away. And this is where the crux of our problem with a lot of these things are. Now, Jacob Tierney may address all of this, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm here for it. Like I said, not taking anything away from the production, the staff, the actors, the production crew, all of that stuff. Top notch, did a fabulous job. Looks great. Chemistry's beautiful, brilliantly cast. The casting director deserves all the flowers because they got it right. I'm not taking away from any of that. What I am taking away from are the plot points that are within the novels and how they don't really address, and this is the main problem I have with romance stories in and of themselves. They never really address core issues. They like presenting them and using them as fodder, but they don't like really addressing them because they think it takes away from the romance. Well, you know what? Sorry, darlings, but I have had a 32-year romance with my husband. Good, bad, all the stuff in between. That's what being in a romance is. It's not just all the fun, cool, sexy parts. Okay. There are a lot of times you have to step up and be there for your partner. So realize when we're having this kind of discussion, we are really commenting from a gay man's perspective in long-term relationships, which a lot of you kids out there don't even know what that's like. So don't come for me. Do not come for me. I have children and grandchildren in the mix. Okay. I have all of that. And I've worked really hard to maintain all of that with my husband. So when we hear people comment about how Albert and I are reacting to this, y'all need to take a seat because we're the ones who are living it and we've lived it for a long fucking time. Okay. And we're still in happy relationships. Okay. So just realize we know of what we speak. We're living it. I also have tons of friends in the writers community, gay men who are in long-term relationships. Don't think we don't have those discussions amongst ourselves. We often talk about our relationships. So, and this is something that's also missing in the books. So from everything that I've seen, it's all very lightly touched on. It's all surface. It's all very, very shallow direction. And I know romance by its nature is supposed to be like that. But when it involves queer people, our whole existence is subverting the narrative. Don't write us like a straight romance. Don't use that formula because gay people do not follow it. Okay, are we clear? Okay, so back to our commentary.
No, It's like, here, what's the goal here? For the viewer to root for Ilya and Shane to get together to do what? They are horrible people,
Yeah,
both of them,
yeah.
super superficial. It's like they cannot commit to a relationship. Right now, both of them are feeling jealous
Right.
because the other is
And the
like,
thing is, I can understand it more from Ilya's side because of the
right.
constant oppression, the constant societal pressures. But Shane's not under that. That's self-inflicted. He has it in his
Mhm.
head. His parents don't seem to be assholes about anything. So I
Right.
mean, it's like it's all in Shane's head, and his self-deprecating and self-abusive actions just I go, Ilya, you really want that? I mean, how bad was Sasha? Really? I mean,
Jesus,
I'm
yeah.
voting for the Russian dude that snorts a lot of coke over
Right.
this
Yeah.
because it's like,
Yeah.
what are we doing here? What are we
Exactly.
doing here?
Plus, I mean, we still don't know anything about Shane. It's like it's the same thing I've been saying since the show began. We don't see him exist outside of Ilya. Right now we do, but not really, because this new relationship is just because of what Ilya told him.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, well, there's this girl I want to see. Okay, so let me get a girlfriend, but she's just going to be like an accessory.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, that was just absolutely horrible. And you're right, it's slightly misogynistic. And I don't understand. Uh, Plus, that entire thing about I like you, but not as a person, I don't think I've ever heard anything as awful as that. It's just like it was offhanded. And
Yeah,
it's like, oh, let's let
that's
that
why I said it.
slide.
I went, because that's literally
It's
what
like,
it was.
I'm sorry, what? Like, if somebody told me that, I'd be like, okay, see you, bye. Like, but instead we're like, it was like, okay, let's have sex for a little bit. Yay. What?
Yeah, let me reward that.
Yeah, it's what is happening? And then Shane gets this little, oh, I can't do this. Like, but I don't know. This is just bad. Baz, it's just, ew, I don't know.
I think this reaffirms what you and I have talked about offline. You know, it's just there's a problem. You know, and the thing is, I don't know. I just find it really, really almost offensive to me as a gay man
Mhm.
because it's like whittling down what our relationships are about to this
Yeah.
level.
Mhm.
Do you know what I
Yep.
mean?
Mhm.
Whereas, like, yeah, you could have all the toxicity that Anne Rice typed into
Ah,
Interview with
yeah.
a Vampire,
Yeah.
but you get it because they're monsters. They've
Mhm.
left their humanity behind. They are literally monsters. Okay,
Yep.
we have a different context for that queer relationship.
Mhm.
And so you have far more permissions you can grant it. In this, we don't have that out. That card is not in play. We are not playing with that card.
Yeah.
So what we're left with is literally two very damaged individuals, Ilya because of societal
Right.
and family norms that are
Mhm.
penning him down, and he's
Yep.
trying to do the best he can. So like I said, I give Ilya far more permission than I
Mm.
do Shane.
Yep.
Shane, it's self-inflicted. He's doing it on his own.
Right. And the characters also seem just like caricatures. It's like somebody imagining, what if two very hot athletes were into each other, but also
Yeah,
rivals?
it's like I
And
said,
that's the only thing.
it's the same thing I feel about MM romance written by women. It's paper dolls. Let's
Oh
put
God.
these two hunks with this outfit on and
Yeah.
let's see what happens. I know
It's just the dynamics aren't, they don't feel right to me. It's just like they
it's
feel
soft
forced
porn.
and
It's soft porn. That's
oh
what it
God,
is.
yeah. This
It's
is
no
like
different than grandma porn of 50 Shades of Grey. It's the same goddamn thing. You've
you're
just
so
swapped one
right.
of the sexes out. And that's
Yeah.
always been my complaint. It's not true to how men really are, you know,
Yeah.
and that's the thing that I find really interesting. I mean, I like I said, I buy Ilya far more than I buy Shane.
Hmm.
Shane just seems like one fucked up human being.
Oh my God,
I'm
yes.
like, dude, get some fucking therapy because
He's like empty
yeah,
inside. Like there's nothing there.
yeah, it's like he's wandering lost and has no clue where to find anything to ground him in. And the only
Yeah.
moments he feels grounded is when he's with Ilya. But again, Ilya has his own fucked upness because of societal and family pressures
Hmm.
that it's never going to land right. So it's like, I'm really curious how they're going to make this work in the end, because for me, I'm like, this is disaster.
It's just garbage. Aside from the past episode, there was just one, I think, right?
Yeah.
That one shining episode was good. Everything else is just garbage. I'm
Yeah,
so
we
sorry.
had the drama of coming out or not with Scott and Kip.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, you saw that Kip or Scott went through all that
Mhm.
anxiety being at the art gallery. And
Yeah.
then he apologized when he got back home, and Kip was right there for him saying, "It's okay. Come here, come here. I can, you know." And so
Yep.
it's like there is a level of the drama being played out, and it's a like drama, because Shane is afraid of it coming out about him,
Yeah, yeah.
and Ilya has a real reason to worry about
Yeah.
it, because he
Mhm.
goes home for a period of the year, so
Yeah.
if he if that comes out, then he can't go home, period.
It's true.
It's a
I don't-
bigger price to pay. And so, like I said, I cut Ilya more slack because of that. But Shane, it's just, I want to grab his mom and dad and go, what the fuck did you do to this kid? I mean,
Yeah.
because I'm like,
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like they've done anything. They
I
seem very
know. It seems like a
supportive.
nice family.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
seem supportive and like, gee,
I
we want
know.
to give you this. And they've done
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
can for their son, and he's terse and nasty with him. I'm like, what?
Oh, God. So here's my question to the probably millions of people who like this. Why? Why do you like this? I would like to know very much. Is it the porn? Because you can
You
watch
can
that
watch the
instead
real
of
stuff.
this.
Yeah, you can watch the
Like
real stuff, and,
it's
and
it's it's
sometimes you
not
get
very
and sometimes you get better stories.
Yes, sadly, yes, you do. So if it's that, then there's better things.
I
The writing is really bad, so I don't understand why this show is so popular. Is it just like a commentary on the superficiality of the current moment? Because I don't understand how this awful show with one good episode could have this much of a cultural impact as it's having right now.
Yeah. And this isn't just me saying, buy my book, or Albert saying buy his book. We're saying buy books from real queer authors writing about our own lives. Don't just fall on the easy path of reading people outside of the community writing about us, because like I said, they don't experience it. They don't have firsthand knowledge. This is all imaginary, Disneyfied, kind of sugar-coated bullshit. Read from the community if you truly want to support and understand our lives, as you claim you do by watching this show. So that's what we're getting at here. I'm not here just shamelessly holding up my book, which I am, but that's not the focus of what we're trying to say here. It's not a sour grape situation. We're just encouraging you, because this channel literally is existing to document and to provide queer voices for our community and our allies. So if you are an ally, if you purport to be an ally, then go to our interviews with other authors and actually check out their works. Listen from the real community and those voices within it who live these sorts of experiences. Okay? That's what we're trying to talk about.
When there's so much queer content that is really truthfully good, that has a soul, and is written by us. Like
Yeah.
it's just like,
Yeah. No, I'm right there with you. Right there with you. I mean, even the difference, like in Fellow Travelers, another toxic relationship, and it was written by a man that really had a grasp of how these two individuals, with poor Tim, being completely having to find his own self, with Hawk being so dominant and so overriding. It took Tim a long time to find his own voice, but you were there for the journey of it because you were emotionally invested in Tim. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas you get to, what we're seeing here, I don't have any emotional investment in them.
Oh my God,
I
no.
have more emotional investment for Ilya dealing with his family drama and Svetlana than I do for him with Shane.
Yeah, that's right. I like Svetlana, even though she's barely there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, yeah. Oh my God, yeah. I mean, Let's see. Maybe it magically becomes really good.
Well, I know episode 5, we get back to Scott and Kit.
Nice. Okay. Oh, thank goodness. Oh my God. Thank goodness. All right.
So
okay.
I know that. Okay. So that I am aware of that,
Okay.
that we do get back to some Scott and Kip. So, yeah. So there is something to look forward to. I will put that out there for you.
Oh my God.
I'm out here dangling a carrot. Come on, Albert.
Yeah.
He's got one more.
Oh God.
All right, everybody, explain it to us. What the hell are we missing? Because really, break it down. Go back. We challenge you. Go back to all the previous episodes and look at just Shane and Ilya progressing through this story. Why are the creators jumping through time hoops to tell their story? Why are we doing that? And yet we had Scott and Kip, who went over a distance of time because there were games and he went away and he came back. So we know those things happen, but it seemed much more cohesive. We actually got something that we could ground ourselves in. I think literally the Shane and Ilya thing is really rooted in Ilya dealing with all of his stuff, and that makes it interesting. Because if you had him with some American dude, I don't know that it would be as interesting. I think the Russian part of it is what makes it interesting for us. And I think for Russian people, I think that are really following it, and they have to watch it over VPN because it's dangerous for them to and literally end up in prison if they're caught watching it. You know, for them, it's like they are so hungry. Their queer audiences are so hungry for any kind of representation of themselves that I think that that's what drives it. So literally, I think it's all on Ilya's side. I think Shane, I agree with Ilya. He's fucking boring.
Oh my God. Yes. So boring. Yeah. Yes.
He's so one-dimensional.
Yeah.
You know, okay, I'll show up here. Okay, I have to do a fragrance ad. Okay, I'll stand here with my tits crooked. I'm sorry, people, but every time he stood still, I immediately went to his nipples, and I'm like, are they still crooked? You're never gonna be able to unsee that.
I was looking at them later and I was like, I think they're a little crooked. Like, I don't know why.
Anyways, kids, let us know. Type down below, clue us in, because we're like going, huh?
Yep.
And I'm sorry. They really should have shown Ilya washing his hands before he served lunch, because his hands were way down in his pants. I'm sorry. That's all I'm gonna say. If you're feeding me a tuna melt, it better be fucking clean hands and put it on the plate. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Oh my God.
All right, everybody, like, subscribe, comment, do all the things. Support us on Patreon, on Buy Me a Coffee, and or the YouTube memberships down below for 99 cents a month. You know all the things by now. Anyways, we will catch up again with you for the final 2 episodes. And we'll see how this baby wraps up. And boy, if they got a huge hill to climb with Ilya and Shane for Albert and I. We're just not buying it at this point.
No, sorry. No.
All right, kids, we'll talk to you later. Take care.
Bye.
Oh, what's that? Closing time. The bums rush and melody, dear.